Alright everyone, welcome back to Voluminum. This is episode 30. Things might sound a little different. I got a new mic, trying things out. I'm trying to make the quality better for you guys because the older mic, I just kind of sound like I'm jumping around in a trash bag, so we'll see if this is any better. But we are at our Nether hub here. I'm trying to work out a layout, and I'm really torn between a lot of things here. A secular layout or like a square or octagon type thing. And I know a lot of servers have different layouts for their piston bolts, and a lot of servers I've seen and a lot of worlds I've seen have done them differently in every way. And the point of the Nether hub is to have a central location that you can come to from all points in the world and reach all other points in a fast and efficient way, because the Nether divides the blocks you take in the overworld by 8, and therefore things are a lot faster. So if you do things like make ice roads like I have, it can make them even faster, because then you can just get on a boat and make the ice road and it goes a lot faster. But then that still requires you to stay put and keep holding down the keys to go along the ice roads. Or you can just do what I've been doing basically and come up onto the roof here and fly around and go to whichever portal you need to go to. But that's just kind of boring, right? And when we're trying to establish new heights and stretch the boundaries of worlds, you want to create things, and the kind of the point and you know, kind of what you're doing here on Minecraft is you're creating and you're imagining things to do. So why not build something cool to make a centralized point in the Nether here to reach all your other destinations and organized. I moved the main portal here, so this now connects to our 0 portal. I think I showed that already last episode, but I just want to real quick. Yeah, this hooks up here. For now, this is going to stay. This goes to spawn. Real easy like. I've got some Lightmatics rendered right now. Working on a few things in the background, so if you see some things loaded and up there in the top corner, you'll notice I have a replay pause right now because I'm currently working on something, but we'll get into that in a second. So the center here is established, and right over there you can see our Guardian farm, our Guardian elevator. So this is the center of our portal, right? Got our beacons here, and then we've got our 4 cardinal directions. You know, you scratch your head a lot when you think about what kind of tunnels do you want, and do you want to have piston bolts? Do you not want to have piston bolts for some things and you do for others? And others you could just kind of like put up a portal down at the end here at the tunnel and you can just kind of fly to it. So you definitely want bigger tunnels. Now this is the, which direction is this? West? Yeah, this is west direction. I was thinking, okay, the piston bolts that I want to make are pretty narrow actually, and I got help from some of the members on over on Lambda Tech, and they showed me their kind of piston bolts, which are really cool. They're really narrow. They're similar to these here. Basically the same thing, except instead of the repeaters being beside the pistons, they're under them. So that would mean that repeater would be like under, down a block, and behind the piston, and powering the block under the piston, basically, instead of powering the block next to it. And that's kind of hard to do on the roof here. So yeah, and if we're bringing our hub down into the actual Nether here like we plan to, we got to dig out proper holes. So this is a 9 wide, 3, 6, 9. Yeah, this is a 9 wide tunnel and 9 blocks high, I think. Maybe more than that. 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, 9. 9 by 9. There you go. And so what I did is dig this tunnel all the way down to our farthest west destination, which is currently my gas farm that I built off camera. It's just a really simple one, so I didn't think I'd cover it. But it goes all the way down to the gas farm here. And basically this is it. Really simple, but the reason I dug it like this is because I wanted the tunnel to be a variation of everything. I wanted to be able to take the piston bolt to a destination really far down at the end, or if I just wanted to fly, I have plenty of room to do so. And also room on the side for like an ice road or a soul sand path where I could just run and sprint to shorter destinations. So that's kind of what I thought of here. And then I thought, well, it doesn't need to be that high, does it? Because if I wanted to fly to a destination nearby, I can just kind of use this gigantic hole here in the middle and just come this way and fly out and go over to the portal. I dug the north tunnel here about 4 blocks high. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 blocks high. Really far down, all the way to where a double witch hut, our closest double witch hut is. As you can see here, I built up a piston bolt over the weekend, and this one is pretty far. This one goes really far. And this is the layout I told you I got from Datapack. The members over there have a pretty awesome server, so go check it out. I'll link their Discord in the description. I'm sure they didn't come up with this kind of design for piston bolts, but they showed them to me and gave me a schematic, so I wanted to just let you know that's where I got them from. And yeah, the only difference is the repeaters are down there. I opted for this so I could have things on the side here, and going to and from the locations is very narrow. It's only like 3 blocks wide, and the point you get on is also really small and compact. And if you didn't realize, this is actually a detection based piston bolt. So actually when the minecart is there, if I get in it, it'll start the chain and send, there go the pistons. That signal will eventually fade out into unloaded chunks, but won't worry about that. And then if there isn't a minecart there, you can hit that button and one should pop out, and then you can, you know, go along. Yeah, so I haven't wired up the other side. This side is mostly done apart from the very end. I'm not going to fly down there right now because it's about 1,300 blocks long. So, as you can imagine, it's a pretty far tunnel, and it was not very fun to build. It was very tedious. It took a long time. And the reason I decided to make this piston bolt is because I wanted to start on another perimeter. I know I've already got the TNT perimeter I've got to dig out by hand, but I want to start on the double witch hut perimeter as well, because a friend of mine, Victor, that is also a member of Ingenium with me, started his single player let's play, and he has already plans to dig out his spawn and a few other perimeters in his world, and that just kind of inspired me to do some more things in my world as well. So I wanted to get to work on the perimeter I have planned there, because it's really unique and not just a square perimeter, and that's one of the things he's doing in his world, that he's having unique and uniquely shaped perimeters, and all dug by hand. So a lot of respect, and definitely a shout out to other single player tech let's plays. There's not many of us, so if you consider this let's play or this series a technical one, that is. I want to start working on that pretty soon, so I figured a nice faster way to do that is to have a way to go to and from really quickly. And this piston bolt's going to help me do that. So I've got to finish this piston bolt, and then I'll be able to work over there. And I will decorate this. Don't worry, I'm not going to leave this like this. This is horrid looking. I'm going to make a nice hub also. I just figured that I want to start maybe putting in the tunnels now, instead of like trying to work out a design, because I have tried to work out designs in creative, and I'm just having kind of a block, an imaginative block right now. So couldn't think of a design for the nether hub, but maybe with the piston bolts in, I can kind of work around them once I start building tunnels to different destinations and pulling the portals off of the roof and down into the hub into the nether, because I do want to do that. And that includes even these portals around here that are nearby. I want to bring them down and give them their own tunnel and their own special unique decoration around them, because that just livens up the world. You know, that's having portals appear on the roof is just so bland and boring, even though it is more efficient and easier to do. But the way you want to do things in Minecraft, you want to create and explore and imagine. As for the perimeter down there, I'll show you what I want that to look like in the near future. I'm not quite ready to show it yet because I haven't started actually digging, but it is mostly flattened out and drained, and the shape is there. But maybe we'll get to that later in the episode. But right now, let's go over to what I have actually finished, is this monstrosity here. So this is something I promised last episode, a fungus tree farm, or fungi tree farm, however you say it. The crimson and warped fungus tree farm. I wanted to make this because I want to start building with those type of trees. I don't have any mushrooms in here right now to plant, and I haven't actually planted any trees here. I wanted to wait till I could record and go over this with you guys. So this is a design by C5 and Deathsneeze. I think they're both part of the Fab Evil server. And I'll link the Discord post in the description to this build. It's really awesome and compact. And what's really cool about it is it uses withers to break the logs. So this was a lot of bedrock to break, as you can see from the time lapse, especially the bedrock under the actual cage here. So there are 5 actual cages, 3x3 for the withers, and these will hold them in place on top of that wall. And they'll break the blocks and they'll go into the soul sand and be picked up by the hoppers / minecart hoppers there. So the bedrock under these 3x3 cages was actually a pain to break. Had to use pistons and TNT, and that took quite a while, but ended up getting it all broken. So that's what's left here. Oh yeah, they're not in here yet, but the withers are trapped in here, and they break the logs when they're pushed in. I'll be honest with you, I don't really know how this thing works. This is a crazy contraption, and I've tried it out in creative. It works really well. Even has automatic bone meal input, so I've collected a bunch of bone meal over here. I'm going to put these in these chests, and that'll feed into the dispensers here. And so what we have to do manually is only place the stem, so the warped mushroom stem and the crimson stem we'll put on whether the right block, and that'll grow. And there's some weird trick to where if you block the growth area, this is like a 7x7, I think, 3, 6, 7, yeah. If you block the growth of the fungi tree all the way to its max giant fungi growth, it'll only grow like the actual, like a 1x1 or a 1x2. It's kind of weird. And these pistons will push it over and into a conveyor around and push it into the withers, and that'll break. So I don't have to dupe TNT, I don't have to craft TNT either. And this is one of those builds I've been wanting to do for a while, so I can actually have a fungi tree farm and use the new blocks, the new shroom lights. So let's go ahead and load this thing up with bone meal and spawn those withers in. I'm kind of scared. Loading it up. I don't think they'll auto dispense them. I'll have to place the first few. Yeah. Might have to place a few of these first. There we go. What? Okay. That's fine. I think it just updated. The Shulkers should go to here. There we go. I'll put that back in the system. I haven't actually set up a storage yet. So this comes along down here. The logs come around. I think it's about 136,000 an hour items total. I don't know what specifically each item goes. I'm just going to collect them down here, and then I'll set up filters afterwards, and maybe send them into Shulkers. Now the trick to spawning these withers in is putting a special T-shaped formation with soul sand. So let's see if we can't do that. Like this, basically. And then you put the skulls like that. But we're going to do this as quickly as possible. So I'm actually going to break some of this out. Yeah, I'm going to spawn them all in, run out, and fly out of here, because I don't want them to see me and start breaking everything. And don't worry, they won't blow up anything around here either from the explosion they caused by spawning in, because this obsidian above them will actually break and it won't destroy any of these blocks around here. Hopefully, but I saved it back up just in case. So let's go ahead and see about spawning all 5 of these guys in. So it's gonna be, can I click on that wall at all, please? Hello? Minecart's too high. Okay. It's alright. We'll just do like this. And we'll have to be pretty quick, because although nothing will explode around here, the wither will still hurt me the explosion will still damage me, so I've got to be pretty quick about this. So let's... Boom, boom. So we place that one, this one, that one. I've got to place these as well. Oof, this is going to be... Because I don't want to have to come back... Actually, I could come back down here, because the withers won't be able to see me. So yeah, I'll actually just do these 3, and then I'll come back down and do the last 2. Okay, so... Whew, nervous. Alright, there's 1, 2, 3. Now let's get out of here. We should be far enough away. We should be able to see. I'm just going to turn the gamma override on. Alright, perfect. That did work. Now, I think if they see anything up here moving around, they will shoot the blue skulls out. Oh, like that. Yeah. We don't want that, because that will break stuff eventually. So yeah, we're going to have to actually glass this around here. Where they can't see me moving. But yeah, let's go ahead and get those other ones spawned in. And how can I get down there really quick? Let's go this way. Alright, I should be able to fly up onto that piston like this, and then hop in here. Alright. I can place that block back. And now... Ooh, how can I do this one? I might have to break this one. Okay. Ooh, you have to be pretty quick. Alright, so these go like that. And there. Ooh. Go, 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 go. Alright, this should be the last 2. Perfect. All the obsidian's broken and they are trapped. Woo! Alright, let me get an invis potion actually, and I'll go ahead and place the glass around here. Well, actually I'll do that another time. I'll go ahead and just see if I can't get this thing going really quick. Let's turn the block sounds way down. Alright, so we've got a warped Nallium right there. So let's get a warped fungus. These should have bone meal. I think they'll turn on. I think the bone meal will go in there once I turn it on. Whew, kind of nervous about this actually. So let's turn it on. That should send the bone meal. Yep, it's coming in. The withers are being damaged by these wither damagers. So these actually keep the wither damaged, so they break the blocks when it's not. The blocks aren't being pushed over there. That shouldn't be there. Let's grab that. Alright. Looks good so far. I can't use a free cam right now, so I'll just hold this down. I could use a bot. Alright, the other account thing didn't work, so we're gonna have to use a bot here just for the showcase. But I'll go in F1, gamma override, and turn it on. It should be able to showcase pretty good here how good this farm is. Oh yeah. Woo. So the blocks are being conveyed all around. They're growing in this small little area being pushed around. And I only gave the bot 41 fungus, so... Oh, that's not what... But yeah, so the fungus is already... The stem's already run out. So now it's just being bone mealed, but... So I'll go ahead and turn it off, actually. But yeah, that's how it works, basically. Now, if you notice, there's actually another lever here, and this is to change the actual block. So I think the trick to it is you need to have one of these blocks there and place it yourself, because there's a chance it can turn into regular netherrack after bone milling at a certain amount of time. And this basically changes the block there. So you can bone meal it if it turns to netherrack while you're doing that one, and it'll just turn back into the crimson allium. And if you want to do the warped, you just change it back, and it should push this one in the way. Or no, the warp gets pushed forward there, and so when you bone meal that, it'll turn into the warp kind. Just showing what that one is. So now it's on crimson. We can do these crimson ones once we turn it on. You can hear the withers breaking the blocks. Oh, this thing is so fast. It's so cool. Probably losing some items here because I don't think the storage that is set up is meant for this. So let's actually yeah, turn that off, and we'll go ahead and head down to the storage and check out what we've got so far. Whee! Yeah, I gotta set up storage for this really quick. Maybe let's pick it all up already. Oh yeah. Well, this will at least get us the filters we need to set them. Now, I will say I'm going to build a nice decorative build around this. I just haven't yet. I wanted to get the farm built and show it off. Simply put together right now so I can get use out of it, but I will build something really cool around this to give it some more character and add something to the world. This portal over here goes to the end, just an end portal nearby, which I have big plans for. But we'll talk about that in a future episode, as well as this box here. This is also some bedrock you can see that is a lot been broken. This is future plans. Lots going on. And if you can see there, it just says wither. Now, I don't know if you know, but you can actually name tag the withers and it'll change then what it says right here. So I was thinking it'd be a fun idea to have you guys comment and tell me 5 things I should name these guys. Or the first 5 people that comment on the video, I will put your username as these names of the withers here. I thought that'd be a fun idea. So yeah, you'll see the results of that in the next episode probably. But yeah, that's all I got time for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.